Welcome. You know, we're here today. We're in Monroe, Louisiana. I'm with Glen Heckard, and Glen I've known for about a year, and he has been, besides owning his own business, he is one of the specialists for Louisiana and small business development. A year ago, he was showing me ideas he had, ranging the whole thing from high tech down to harvesting pecans, where he saw an orchard that wasn't being utilized. He saw the potential for a transportation hub to be developed out in Richwood. So his ideas are phenomenal because he's got, well, basically a lifetime experience creating jobs, being politically active, and I want to share some of his ideas that he has for Louisiana, and in particular New Orleans just had an election. So Glen, what you have another organization? You have Kimball Energy.
Yeah,
your company.
well, Kimball's Energy. I retired in the oil and gas industry, and Kimball's Energy. We started Kimball's Energy about 3 years ago, and we're trying to get more minorities involved in the oil and gas industry, and it has been good. It's a good business, and but one of our major concerns is trying to develop all small businesses if we can. Economic development is very important for every community, and here in Monroe, there's a lot of areas that need improving, and I know that Charles, you're from New Orleans, and you've been very, very concerned about New Orleans. New Orleans have a $7.5 billion tourism market.
Yes, it does.
And you just think about it. Memphis, Tennessee is larger than New Orleans, and they only have like a $3.5 billion.
Who wants to go to Memphis?
Right, when you go to New Orleans. And when Charles is...
Not that we have everything against Memphis. We love Elvis, but, you know, it's New Orleans.
But New Orleans has a lot of great potential, and I know that your concern has been New Orleans East. There's been a lot of crime, and y'all have just elected a new mayor, and Latoya Cottrell, and we wish the best for her. We feel like, you know, she is someone that's not just an entry person into the job. She served on the city council since 2012, I believe.
Yes, right.
And from that time, she had a lot of experience. She's a community organizer, and I know what that's all about when you're working in. And I've listened and read some of her information in which she was interested. She's a community person.
She is.
And she's trying
to take background.
And she's tried to work very strongly with the people. And I remember her saying after winning, oh, she's not going to forget the people. And you know, you very seldom hear a person in political office turn around and say, after elected, I'm not going to forget the people that elect me.
Glen, let me interrupt you, because right here in Monroe, there is an example, I think, that's textbook to New Orleans, especially New Orleans East, you think about it. We're at Northeast right now.
Right.
And one of the, I think, the biggest success is in Northeast Louisiana, the university did a really great job working with CenturyLink to bring jobs back.
Yeah.
New Orleans East has got UNO.
Yeah.
They got a great opportunity. They got Xavier. They got Dillard, Tulane, Suno, Loyola. They got a lot of colleges. What would you say to them, what you guys learned here that they should think about?
Well, you should utilize those universities, and especially the business centers and what have you, because you're trying to market, you're trying to create businesses, you're trying to educate people, and all that's very important of changing the whole atmosphere of the city. And New Orleans suffered through Katrina, and but it's coming back. Mitch has served his purpose, served a good time while he was there, and the people that. But it's time for Latoya to move forward, you know, and get on the ball. The election is over with.
Exactly. I see two things. You got this tourism thing you're talking about. And New Orleans East has that jazz land, which has been sitting there since Katrina, and they could look to do something there and create jobs. But also, the universities, do they need to look at who's wanting to hire, make sure their curriculums, and is that what NLU did?
Well, one thing, you have to make your curriculum match the jobs too. When you have certain people in a certain job market, we need the curriculum and the education to get those people prepared. It's no use in trying to prepare people for jobs that's not here. So, and I would say the same thing to New Orleans. I would love to see, and not just New Orleans, any city, when you're trying to prepare people for economic development and growth for your city, and especially New Orleans on the tourism side, should focus a lot of attention on economic development. And I'm going to get back on your east side there. When you have a city that's faced with problems of crime, and New Orleans is not the only city that's faced with crime and problems, but this is where a lot of attention has got to be put to bring that side up. Bring that side up.
Absolutely.
And a lot of work and attention has got to be there. And I feel she's an aggressive young lady that wants to see changes made. And I feel that people like yourself and many others there in New Orleans area that's concerned with this city and love that city can be a super help to a person like this.
Experience. I mean, I know I've been with you to Shreveport for conferences. You have been involved in Louisiana. You're up here in Monroe. Some people don't, I think, realize how influential Monroe is to the state. But Monroe is where Delta Airlines got started.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think the man that did the first bottle of Coca-Cola came here.
Yeah, right.
Bighorn. You got CenturyLink.
Yeah.
So Monroe actually has a lot of entrepreneurship, and this university shows what can be done.
Well, you got to have good schools, and I am a big believer in SBDCs.
Okay.
Small Business Development Center are the primary start of trying to help a person get off the ground and get their business started in the right direction. And ULM has got, I call him Dr. VC. He is a super guy, and he works very hard with his business students, and you've got others there that works hard. But though in that SBDC, it's a way of guiding people who are looking for long careers in the business market, how to get that business off the ground and going in the right way, how to seek the necessary financing and managing of the money and all.
Wow. So how many years has this been here in Northeastern?
SBDC been here a number of years, but now it has gotten to, more. Back during the time of Dr. Dunn, who added so much to the Small Business Development Center for years and years. And after his retirement, Dr. DC came on, and eventually they created a Small Business Development Center of housing new small businesses, giving them the opportunity to set up an office and understand the mechanism of creating and expanding.
Well, I tell you, I went to college, I'm an engineer, but I got going, and you realize that they teach you equations and how to separate oil to different stuff, but nobody tells you how important credit is.
Yeah.
How to get a loan.
Yes.
How to prepare for what, even like, your retirement plans, recruit and put employees with what you need, the benefits programs. So I could see that something like this, whether it's at UNO, ULM, for either the tourism or for code writing or whatever's going on, is critical part of a college.
It goes back to matching the university with the job that's in the area, and you'll be surprised as more attention focus on how city government can work with the universities and technical schools and bringing in the talent that's needed for a lot of these jobs. See, Louisiana is an energy state.
Sure.
And it requires a lot of different mechanisms and people working from even welders, truck drivers, and you have inspectors, you have all of these type people in the energy sector. I noticed New Orleans East is Entergy put in, is trying to get a $200 million
power plant.
And look, I remember in reading something, Latoya Cantrell mentioned the word diversity, and she wants to bring the city together, and that's very important. We need to bring the city together in inclusiveness when it comes to jobs and opportunities.
So what you were telling me earlier was there should be job training going on now.
Right now.
For that facility.
For that facility.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And what, it's like, you told me another little anecdote, because I like to have a little bit of humor in our stories. You said that the only place where people can learn how to be a train engineer is in Shreveport?
Yeah. See, this is something that, Bossier City, I think there's a school there that teaches individuals how to work for the railroad company, such as trains and things of that nature, brakemen, switchmen, people that work on the train.
Who would have thought,
No, you don't see much of this. You need to have more. You look at your area, see what the area involved for his job, and then start training people.
Well, I know, like Xavier and here in Monroe, best pharmacy schools.
Yes.
So that's one of the things. I talk to people in New Orleans, and they say, well, I went to Monroe to go to pharmacy school.
Yeah,
so
right.
Monroe is kind of like, people don't know much about Monroe, but if they went to pharmacy school, chances are they know about here.
Well, ULM is in the process of a medical school, so they're trying to expand. They're doing a lot of great things, but we've got to invest money in education. We've got to focus the attention on the brightest and the best, as they say, but we can't leave off people that's not the brightest and the best. We got to get them prepared as well.
Sure. Well, I wonder, I do want to wrap up. ULM, give a few more shout outs. They have, I think, the national champion water ski team.
Yeah.
And I meet people that come in they get students here from London, international students, to be on that team. It's so good because right across the street is Bayou Désert. Is the best place, I guess, in the country to train because they win national all the time.
Yeah.
And ULM football beat Auburn in Alabama. Mm-hmm. I think they beat Alabama in Alabama.
And if you beat Alabama in Alabama, you got to be good.
I know. So this is a great place, and it's a great town, Monroe. My family's here. It's good, like Glen. A lot of great people, but a lot of people like yourself that think statewide. Not just here, that there's lessons to be learned, and I think we'll bring some of them back to New Orleans.
Well, not only that, I feel, Charles, New Orleans has a great market into tourism, one of the best in this country. And if you focus the attention on expanding what's good,
yes,
and when I say expanded, you mentioned the fest that was used to be in New Orleans, Jazz, and New Orleans East. Man, wouldn't that be great if you could redevelop that, bring it back to New Orleans, and that all you're doing is expanding the tourism market, and you're creating more jobs. Well, especially a place where it's so badly needed.
It's so badly needed, and there's other things there. Jazzland. Now we have the film industry had come here, so it's a great lot they've actually filmed Jurassic Park there.
Oh, really?
They filmed the BP oil film movie was there. Mm-hmm. So that facility is interesting because it hasn't been used for rides, but now they're using it in a unique way, so that there's an opportunity to get that back. And I'm sure that the new council person from that area and that Latoya are going to want to work to make that a priority to get New Orleans back east going again. And you got a great Bayou Sauvage right there, which is we talk about teaching people about what's going on because I'm big on the environment as you are.
Yeah,
we met talking about water. Water
That's
quality, and Louisiana's got to address that.
Yeah.
The Bayou Sauvage is right there, and they could have where people come in as tourists, they could go 20 minutes away from downtown and learn about what's going on with the ecosystems because the Great Lakes, Lake Chesapeake Bay, California, Florida, all of them have water quality issues right now.
Well, one of the things that, especially in the oil and gas industry, a lot of people want to get away from fossil fuels, but you got to have fossil fuels, but at the same time, you got to be respectful of the environment.
You do.
And you can have both. and one without the other is going to be bad.
Well, I think something we share, Glenn, is we're both oil and gas people who both realize how important we have to have drinking water.
Yeah.
It has to be safe.
It has to be safe.
You know, and I think we shared that last year as we got to know each other. I think at this point you've expressed a lot of great ideas, both for the state and Monroe and New Orleans, and I look forward to bringing them back to the future.
Well, Charles, I'm very glad to be here with you. My office is right across behind you.
Right there.
Right
Stubbs Hall.
And it's been great. And the thing is, I feel that your new mayor, if she takes office the 1st of January, boy, I tell you, I think she has an opportunity to get it up and get it going with it.
She does.
All right.
She does.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
I'm gonna go turn this off here.
Okay. Yeah, if she takes office January the 1st, you know.
Oh, Mitch, man. He is a character.